Welcome to the commencement exercises of Benedictine College. I ask that you please check and make sure all your cell phones are silent at this time. Thank you. And for your information, the fire exits are on the southeast wall, the center exit on the north, and an exit in the northwest corner of the gymnasium. And now please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Sister Esther Fangman, Prioress of Mount St. Scholastica Monastery.
Holy God, we ask you to bestow your abundant blessings upon our Benedictine College graduates. Gift them with the courage to proclaim your goodness and love by the way they work for the betterment of our whole world. Help them to continue to listen to all they meet with the ear of their heart, as St. Benedict says, and nurture by their good works the bonds of community in our society. Fill them with your graces as they make decisions that will affect their lives. Help us all to remember that everything we do, all that we accomplish, is for your greater good and glory. For the service of our brothers and sisters, we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Sister Esther. Now I would ask that everyone joins me in recognizing the entire faculty of Benedictine College for their dedication to our students and to the mission of the college. And I'd like to recognize two special members of our faculty. At our honors banquet a few weeks ago, we named two Distinguished Educators of the Year because we had skipped the honors banquet in 2021. So this is an honor which is bestowed by both peers and students. And so I'm pleased to announce that Dr. Jackie Harris, Director of our School of Nursing, and Dr. Terry Malloy, Chair of the Biology Department, were named Benedictine College Distinguished Educators of the Year. I would ask you to stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service to the college and to our students. We also have a special member of the faculty who is retiring this year from the Department of Health, Wellness, and Exercise Science, Dr. David Slack. So graduates, this is the day you've been anticipating for years. It's a day of both endings and beginnings, a day for which your Benedictine education has prepared you to meet the challenges of the world and to make it a better place. And it's now my pleasure to introduce a Benedictine graduate who has been doing all he can to make Benedictine College one of the great Catholic colleges in America. From the class of 1982, please welcome the president of Benedictine College, Stephen Minitz.
Many. Well, thank you. I want to extend my sincere congratulations to all the graduates today and their families. It's a great day for all of you. You can now proudly say you're an alumna or alumnus of Benedictine College and follow in the footsteps of graduates of Benedictine who came before you, including graduates of our founding institutions, St. Benedict's College and Mount St. Scholastica College. 4 years ago, with much trepidation, you were given a beanie and you called 3 times, and now today, as a sign of your respect for that tradition, many of you have worn that same beanie under your mortarboards. How many of you here got your beanies on today? Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Thank you for your love of that tradition. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge a few of the people who are with us here today. I welcome those on the stage: Associate Academic Dean, Sister Linda Herndon; Commencement Speaker and Honorary Degree Recipient, Bishop Robert Barron; Honorary Degree Recipient, Patrick Riley; the Chair of the Board of Directors, Jack Newman; Abbot James Albers of St. Benedict's Abbey; Sister Esther Fangman, the Prioress of Mount St. Scholastica Monastery; and Dean Kimberly Shankman, the Academic Dean of the College. We also have with us members of the Board of Directors of the College, and if you could stand when I call your name: Abbot James Albers, Larry Busing, Sister Esther Fangman, Father Matthew Habiger, John Harpole, Mike Kuckelman, Father Jay Keith, and Jack Newman. So thank you so much for being here. Show your support for this year's class. I'm honored to be participating in my 17th commencement as the president of Benedictine College. You know, in 1858, when this area was still a prairie, just 50 years from when Lewis and Clark first set eyes on this land, and 3 years before the Civil War, brave Benedictines founded this college. This college has survived the Civil War and the Great Depression, the Spanish flu, 2 world wars, the civil unrest of the 60s, the financial burdens of the 70s and 80s, and came back stronger every time. And recently, great things have happened: record enrollment, new buildings, new programs, a national championship in women's lacrosse. And all of this success occurred because we did 2 things. We embraced our mother, and we embraced our mission. We embraced our mother by putting Benedictine in the hands of the Blessed Virgin Mary and formally consecrating the college to her. And you know we take that seriously, and has had an impact on you as students. Our Lady of Guadalupe told St. Juan Diego, she said, "There are many I could send, but you are the one I've chosen for this task." And this is appropriate for you. You know, when you were accepted Benedictine College and I signed your acceptance letter, when I signed that, I prayed a Hail Mary for you, that Mary would come into your life and bring you here. Across the country, thousands, millions of students say that they chose the college that they went to. But at Benedictine, it was Mary that chose you for this special task. So you really were chosen by her. I also thought that since it was appropriate to pray for you to come to Benedictine, that it's appropriate to pray for you as you leave Benedictine College. So this past week, I also prayed a special Hail Mary for each and every one of you, more than 400 of you, so that our mother will help you and intercede in your life to protect you and to guide you. Our success has come about because we embraced our mother, but also because we embraced our mission to educate you within a community of faith and scholarship. You had to live the mission of community, faith, and scholarship here because we want you to live the mission tomorrow and the next day and the next after you leave here. Because now through what you've experienced here, you understand the power of community, that the whole is stronger than its individual parts, and the importance of real relationships and real friendships. And you're committed to a strong and personal relationship with Jesus Christ and the church, and understanding that true happiness comes from doing God's will. And you're a lifelong learner and are committed to seeking the truth. It is you living the mission of community, faith, and scholarship that will help you and help us fulfill the new vision of Benedictine College to transform culture in America. In an age where the culture is broken and it seems to be getting worse, it will be you who will lead the charge to live community, faith, and scholarship in your families, your communities, your workplace, parishes, and for the country. You will be patriots to take back the culture in this country and transform it. Therefore, we expect you to move forward, always forward, everywhere forward after Benedictine to transform the culture in America. You know, soon your names will be read and you'll walk across the stage. You'll join a long line of distinguished alumni of the college. You'll be part of a rich tradition, just like Joseph O'Donohue and William O'Neill, Thomas Haynes, Joseph Watron, and William Kelly, the first students from your alma mater back in 1858. Many people will tell you congratulations today, but I wanted to tell you thank you for your part in making this place special. On behalf of our faculty and staff and administration, I congratulate you on your accomplishments. I want you to know that we love you, We're going to miss you, but we're not going to forget you. Always remember, once a Raven, always a Raven. May God bless the class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, President Minnis. At this time, I would like to introduce our valedictorians. These are students who, on this day of academic recognition, have achieved the highest possible academic record, a perfect 4.0 grade point average over their entire Benedictine College career. Would Theresa Fisher, Jacob Harrington, Monica Moser, Naomi Mugley, and Ashley Wurttenberger please come forward? As they make their way up, I wanted to let them know that Bishop Barron will present each of them with a Word on Fire Bible after they give their speech. He will present the valedictorians their Bible. They'll stop for a photo with him and then exit toward the seal and then make their way back to their seats. Our first valedictorian to speak is Theresa Fisher, a mathematics major from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She is the daughter of Don and Janet Fisher, and she will be attending physical therapy school at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska after graduation. Please welcome Theresa Fisher.
Thank you. First, I want to say thank you to my parents, my family, my friends, classmates, my professors, and mentors here at Benedictine College. You have made me who I am, so thank you. Last night, I was in a little bit of agony trying to decide what to say, and I realized I was trying to express how grateful I am for all of you and all that Benedictine College has meant to me in 2 minutes, and I realized that that's impossible. So instead, I just want to share with you a few things that you all have taught me. Number one, everything takes longer than you think. Whether that's writing a paper, stopping in Holy Grounds for coffee, or forming friendships and adjusting to a new semester. Thank you for teaching me to give myself more time and be patient. Number two, question what the world proposes. The world tells us to do what's easy and convenient, but all of you have taught me to ask questions to make sure that I'm doing what the Lord wants for my life. Number three, the answer to suffering is suffering together. None of us have had a perfect 4 years. We've all had our struggles, and I can't tell you why, but I can be with you. So thank you for being with me in my sufferings and for allowing me to be with you. And lastly, be all in. The most important thing I've learned here is that the Lord wants my entire heart, all of my successes and my failures. So thank you for teaching me that, and let's give him the glory. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Thank you.
Thank you, Theresa. It's now my pleasure to introduce Jacob Harrington. Jacob is a finance major from League City, Texas. He's the son of Brian and Celeste Harrington and plans to continue his education at Benedictine in the MBA program after graduation. Upon completion of his MBA, he intends to enter law school. Please welcome Jacob Harrington.
Hey guys. First of all, I wanted to say congratulations to everyone here. So 4 years ago, we showed up, roughly, and I think we were all impressed with a bunch of things right away. We were impressed with the energy of the rock leaders, beauty of campus, the usefulness of the Newman Hall parking lot. We were also struck by many great mottos, and these mottos are great as a freshman, right? Forward, always forward. And you were made for greatness. And I believe these mottos. And as a freshman, they're great, and you get there and they inspire you. But at least for me, during my college career, you start to question those mottos. Because if we're going forward, always forward, but we don't have a goal, then we're on a track going to nowhere. Or if we're made for greatness, but we don't have a definition of what greatness is, then then where are we going? But I think sometimes we stress about answering these questions, and the answer isn't as hard to find as we think it is. I think for most of us, it's not going to be an angel coming down from heaven or a voice in the chapel. If it is, that's great. But last week we had an RA banquet for all of the RAs. And one senior RA said at the banquet that our purpose doesn't lie in some obtuse vision that is going to be presented in the sky. It lies in encountering our daily situations to the fullest extent that we can. And I think that as a generation, we tend to have a little bit of a false humility about this. I think we get accused by the devil and we say that we're not good enough, or we start to worry, and that worry turns us inward, and we worry about what we're doing. We worry about ourselves, and in worrying about ourselves, we start to only think about ourselves. But I think it's okay to say that not only are we made for greatness, but we are actually ready for greatness. I don't think that greatness is something that falls out of the sky and it's a strike of lightning. I think it's a habit, and I think not only are we made for it, but we are ready for it. That's all I've got. I want to thank my parents, my siblings, Andrew, Michael, Braden, Nicole. I want to thank Grandma, Papa, and Grandmommy, my friends, especially Daniel. I want to thank Dr. King, Dr. Spearing, and Dr. Henry especially. All of Res Life, especially the Joe Bros, the Gawad Scott, Abe and Reese in the apartments, and my most important non-parent mentor, my RD, Josh Scooble. Finally, congrats to y'all, and thanks for putting me up here on the stage. It was a risk, but it worked out.
I'd now like to introduce our next valedictorian, Monica Moser. Monica is a marketing major from Maple Hill, Kansas. She's the daughter of Matthew and Bethany Moser. She actually graduated in December and is already working as a greenhouse associate at Family Tree Nursery in Overland Park, Kansas. Please welcome Monica Moser.
Thank you. It is such a gift to be back in the place I called home for 3.5 years. And I'm so incredibly grateful for all of the loving support that surrounded me during my time here at Benedictine. As Dean Shakeman mentioned, I officially finished my classes in December, and I've had the amazing opportunity to begin my post-collegiate journey a little early. I wanted to reflect upon and share what I've learned in these 5 short but grace-filled months. And I chose to do this in the form of a poem, though a business major and now working in horticulture. I hope a line or two can serve as encouragement to you as you also begin this next chapter of your life. I'm not here to tell you that life is easy. In fact, it's usually messy and sometimes quite hard. The people and places you'll encounter are beautiful, amazing, and inspiring. Yet deep down, we're all searching for something more. Divinely redeemed, yet beautifully scarred. Though you can't change the hand you've been dealt, you can decide how you wish to play. It comes down to each moment, each thought, each word, each action, the sum of the decisions you make each day. Remember that success is not found merely at the summit of spectacular heights, but rather in all the little yeses made along the way. We must all accept failure, but never defeat. Never stop learning, and always make time to listen and pray. We must imitate Christ in his infinite love and mercy. Practice forgiveness and pray for those who've hurt you. Live gratefully and conquer evil with good, making constant strides in grace towards virtue. Learn to give and receive freely. Take time for leisure and rest. Work hard, but pray even harder, and always give everything your absolute best. There's truly no substitute for time and hard work. The evidence for that is undeniably clear. We must all embrace our crosses and keep our eyes towards Christ. Take courage, have faith. Jesus and his mother are always near. Surround yourself with those who lift you up. Do things that fill you with excitement and passion, where, through your God-given talent and selfless intent, you can joyfully turn love into meaningful action. In closing, I remind you all of God's infinitely unique and unifying love. Truly encounter Christ and invite him into all that you do. Enjoy the journey, stay present, and stay positive. A warm congratulations, Benedictine class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. It's now my pleasure to introduce Naomi Mugley. Naomi is one of our own from right here in Atchison. She's the daughter of Dina Mugley and Dr. Darren Mugley, chair of our School of Engineering. Naomi is following in her father's footsteps with a degree in chemical engineering. After graduation, she will be moving to Iowa to work as a process engineer for Cargill. Please welcome Naomi Mugley.
Thank you. I want to start this speech off by talking about failure. I spent a fair amount of time yesterday trying to come up with the perfect joke to say at the beginning of this speech. Unfortunately, being an engineering major, the only thing I could think of were nerd jokes, so I'm just going to get straight into it. There's a quote I've seen on a lot of t-shirts here from St. Catherine of Siena that runs, "If you are what you should be, you will set the world on fire." I always found this quote very inspiring. I used to interpret it as a call to whip myself into peak spiritual shape, then go out and do something momentous the whole world would be talking about. The last few years at Benedictine, particularly in the engineering department, have made me understand St. Catherine's words in a different light. In engineering, I have encountered people who are continually striving to be what they should be by simply living their daily lives to the best of their abilities as Catholic teachers and students. My professors have been an inspiration to me to improve the quality of my work because of the high standards they set for themselves. Additionally, seeing them at daily Mass and adoration has been a wonderful example of a Catholic professional life that seamlessly integrates God into daily work. I've realized that the people who have really made a difference in my life, both in engineering and Benedictine overall, are not rushing around trying to do magnificent things. They simply fulfill each of their daily tasks well, living God's will for them in everyday work. In light of the last few years, I think this quote is really a call to live each small moment of everyday life as a prayer dedicated to God. I used to get discouraged a lot and worry I had missed God's plan for my life because I could not see results. I worry less because of my time here and because of the people I have met. They have taught me God can and will use the smallest moments offered up for him. Don't think that just because you don't see a difference, that you did not make one. God can set the world on fire with the smallest flames.
Thank you, Naomi. Our final valedictorian for the day, and that's final only based on the alphabet, is Ashley Wurttenberger. Ashley is a nursing major from Olathe, Kansas. She's the daughter of Andy and Emily Wurttenberger and will be working in the neonatal intensive care unit at Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City after graduation. Please welcome Ashley Wurttenberger.
As Michael Gary Scott once said, sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way. Anyone who's ever heard me give a presentation knows this is relevant to me as well, so I brought my stopwatch, so hopefully I don't ramble too much. It's been a great 4 years, and thanks to so many people. I first want to thank my friends and family, especially my parents, for all their support. In addition, I want to thank my track coaches, the nursing students, staff, and professors, and of course, the Distinguished Educator of the Year, Dr. Harris. I couldn't have made it here without all of you. When I was looking for a college to attend nursing school, I chose Benedictine for a couple of major reasons. I knew I could live in community here for all 4 years, as many nursing schools require you to transfer to a separate campus. and I knew that they had a commitment to teaching bioethics and Christian values in healthcare. I'm so thankful I chose Benedictine for both of these reasons. At Benedictine, I've learned how to provide excellent patient care, but I've also learned how to better care for people in general. I've grown in my ability to defend the human dignity in others, and I've learned how to very physically demonstrate the love of Christ through service. My time here at BC has been formative in so many ways. I've met teammates and friends that I know will be lifelong relationships, and I've made some incredible memories. Maybe most importantly, I know that I'm now equipped to go out and glorify God with my life and my work and everything else that I do. Thank you and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Ashley. And congratulations to all of our Victorians on their tremendous achievement. It is now my pleasure to ask President Minnis to come back to the podium to introduce our honorary degree recipients. President Minnis, assisted by the Chairman of the Board of Directors, Jack Newman, will confer the Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degrees.
It's my pleasure to introduce our first honorary degree recipient today, Patrick Riley. Patrick is the founder and president of the Cardinal Newman Society, and like Benedictine College, believes in truth in advertising. We're excited to honor him for the great work he has done in celebrating faithful Catholic colleges and giving so many families the opportunity to find colleges that will teach their daughters and sons what the Church truly believes about the Catholic faith. So I want to raise your hand here, parents and students alike, if you ever referred to the Newman Guide for choosing a Catholic college before you chose. Look at the impact you had, Patrick. That's nice. Yeah. Patrick founded the Newman Guide to Choosing a Catholic College, so thank you for that. Patrick believes in Benedictine College and even served as a member of Benedictine College's Committee on Academia in its Transforming Culture in America meetings. Those meetings resulted in our new strategic vision. His committee helped produce the strategic plan's language, which says, to form students in scholarship, the college will strengthen its commitment to the Catholic intellectual tradition. Prior to establishing the Cardinal Newman Society, Patrick served as editor and research fellow at Capital Research Center, executive director of Citizens for Educational Freedom, higher education analyst at the U.S. House of Representatives, program analyst at the U.S. Department of Education, media consultant for the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, and chairman of American Collegians for Life. He has authored and edited many articles, reports, studies, and other publications on Catholic education for the Newman Society and national media, and has appeared on EWTN, Fox News, MSNBC, and numerous radio programs. He and his wife, Rosario, have 5 children. The oldest, Ian, is graduating from Benedictine College today. Therefore, on behalf of the faculty, administration, and board of directors of Benedictine College, it's our great honor and privilege to present Patrick Riley with the Benedictine College Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Please welcome our new.
Well, thank you so much. President Minnis, your senior staff, the faculty who I've met here, the students, everyone here has been so very, very generous. And I think it is such a distinguishing mark of Benedictine College, your Benedictine value of hospitality. And I feel it every time that I'm here. So I'm very, very grateful for that. Thank you so much. I want to accept this also on behalf of over the last 3 decades, the staff of the Cardinal Newman Society. I just have an amazing group of people who have just worked so very hard to promote and defend faithful Catholic education for these past 3 decades, and it's been a wonderful experience. I'd also like to express on behalf of Catholic families across the United States just deep gratitude for Benedictine College and for all those Catholic educators who are out there striving to renew strong, faithful Catholic education. What I've seen here, even just these past 2 days, with the experience with Bishop Barron and what the students are hearing and learning and embodying, and then to hear these valedictorians today. This is an incredible education, and I encourage every one of you in the class of 2022 to go out there, and if you want to evangelize for the church, you want to strengthen the church, the best way you can do that is convince another student to come here or to come to another faithful Catholic institution and to receive the formation and the education that you've received. Invite 1, invite 5, invite 10, 7 times 70. We need everyone to have this Catholic formation. Every Catholic deserves this type of Catholic formation. And then finally, I just want to express gratitude for one person who, who has just really been my greatest example of faithful Catholic education, both with my family and also for many, many other people, and a model of good, faithful Catholic homeschooling, and that's my wife, Rosario. And so I'm deeply grateful for the formation that she's provided. Our son, Ian, we're so very, very proud of you, and congratulations to all of you in the class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Send them to Benedictine, okay? Don't go to the other schools, all right? All right, now it's my pleasure to introduce our second honorary degree recipient and today's commencement speaker, the Most Reverend Robert E. Barron, Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. He was ordained a bishop on a day very special to us, Our Lady's birthday, September the 8th, 2015. Although Bishop Barron is an acclaimed author, speaker, and theologian, most of our graduates today probably know him from Word on Fire, the global media ministry he founded in the year 2000. Through that ministry, he has reached millions of people, drawing them into or back to the Catholic faith and sharing the message of the new evangelization around the world. He's one of the most followed Catholics in the world on social media, being described by Francis Cardinal George as one of the church's best messengers. Bishop Barron's website, wordonfire.org, reaches millions of people each year through its articles and video commentaries. His homilies are heard by tens of thousands of listeners each week. His regular YouTube videos have been viewed over 90 million times, and over 500,000 people receive his daily email reflections. Episodes of his podcast, The Word on Fire Show, have been downloaded over 10 million times. And his Word on Fire Institute is a hub for spiritual and intellectual formation, training members to proclaim Christ in the culture. We have a special treat for our graduates. Thanks to Bill Drexel, a good friend of mine in the college, as well as a generous donor, each graduate today, like the valedictorians, will receive a Word on Fire Bible. You'll be able to pick them up after you have your picture taken down below. Bishop Barron himself blessed these Bibles yesterday in a special ceremony, so make sure to get one of yours, okay? So that's a special treat there for you. Bishop Barron is the Episcopal Vicar of the Santa Barbara Pastoral Region, one of the 5 pastoral regions in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles, received his master's in philosophy from the Catholic University in America in 1982, and a doctorate in sacred theology from the Catholic Institute of Paris in 1992. Before his appointment as bishop, he served as the rector and president of Mundelein Seminary University of St. Mary of the Lake in Illinois. 2017, Bishop Barron was awarded the Lumen Vitae Award by St. Benedict's Abbey. And just yesterday, Bishop Barron received the inaugural prize for excellence in theology and the arts from our very own Center for Beauty and Culture. When you addressed us in 2017, Bishop Barron, you said, we're all missionary disciples. We've got to get in the front lines. I mean all of us. And I'm proud to tell you, Bishop Barron, that we have prepared these young people to join you in the front lines, to take our mission of community, faith, and scholarship to all walks of life to transform the culture. In recognition of the work to evangelize our culture on behalf of the faculty, administration, and board of directors of Benedictine College, it's our great honor and privilege to present the Most Reverend Robert Barron, Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles, with the Benedictine College Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Please welcome Bishop Barron.
Well, good morning, everybody. You're out there, aren't you? What a delight to be with you. My first time to campus was yesterday and just had a whirlwind day. Loved every bit of it. And the best part, meeting the staff, the faculty, and especially the students. What an uplifting community. I mean, you know that. I'm seeing it for the first time close up. And I tell you, I was deeply edified by the experience, so thank you, everybody, for that. Before I begin the formal talk, let me tell you one quick little story, and you'll like the moral of the story. The very first commencement address I ever heard was in 1980, and it was my brother's graduation from Marquette University in Milwaukee. We were in an arena that was bigger than this one, probably 10,000 people. Huge crowd. Everyone came in, the ceremony began, and then up to the podium came the commencement speaker, and he was a bishop who'd flown all the way in from the Philippines. Marvelous man, by the way, was doing great work there. Well, he began his speech, and I'm not joking, at about the 45-minute mark. He said, "I could go on and on." At which point, the entire arena said, "No!" So I think that was the Holy Spirit's way of saying to me, sitting way up in that crowd, if you're ever a commencement speaker, keep it short, So I will. As I say, my gratitude to President Minnis and to the whole administration and staff and faculty here. But I'll tell you, for the students, I take this very seriously. So receiving an honorary doctorate today makes me a member of your class, and that's important to me. So fellow graduates, I'm talking to you, and I hope everyone else can perhaps listen in. I'm well aware I'm on Benedictine ground today, a place filled with the mind and spirit of St. Benedict. And I want to share with my fellow graduates some simple rules of life that I think flow from the heart of that great saint. Benedict said a monastery should be a school of the virtues, and clearly the most important virtue for him was humility. The rule famously begins with the word listen, absculta. On the biblical reading, our trouble comes from a refusal to attend to the voice of God and a concomitant insistence on listening to ourselves. The key to salvation is a capacity to hear a voice that transcends the ego and its concerns, a voice that calls us beyond our petty preoccupations to the high adventure of the spiritual life. The person who is, in the language of St. Augustine, incurvatus in se, that means caved in on himself, cannot appreciate the realm of objective value, but rather reduces everything to the merely subjectively satisfying. The higher voice summons us to break free of the black hole of our egotism and to come into contact with aesthetic values, with moral values, with epistemic values, all of which are grounded in the God who is supreme goodness, supreme truth, and supreme beauty. Do you see now why St. Thomas Aquinas said simply enough, humilitas veritas? Humility is truth. It gets you in touch with these realities. Young friends, the entire point of your education here was to inculcate in you a sensitivity to these great objective values, to teach you what to reverence. And only the humble person can take in such lessons. The roots of our spiritual problem are deep in the modern and postmodern philosophers who've decisively shaped a lot of our cultural assumptions. One thinks perhaps first of Friedrich Nietzsche, who taught that so-called objective values are illusory, that we must move beyond a bourgeois morality of good and evil. In the space opened up by that move, the will of the powerful rightly holds sway. This attitude was perpetuated by Jean-Paul Sartre, the founder of existentialism, for whom existence, personal freedom, always precedes essence, who or what one is. Michel Foucault, a disciple of both Nietzsche and Sartre, and perhaps the most influential philosopher on the contemporary scene, held to the non-objectivity of both truth and value, and construed all human affairs as a battle of the powerful against the powerless. Well, what was once bandied about in Parisian coffee houses is now the default position, you know this, of most of your peers in the West. Wokeism corresponds very much to this program. But all of it is repugnant to a Christian way of life, which involves a surrender to a will and a voice beyond our own. Here's Benedict from the Rule. I'm quoting, "This message of mine is for you then, if you are ready to give up your own will once and for all, and armed with the strong and noble weapons of obedience to do battle for the true King, Christ the Lord." Humility is the virtue that makes this move possible. Just one last point about humility. I've long been struck by the 9th degree of humility that Benedict presents in the Rule, perhaps because I'm quite a talker. Here's Benedict. The monk should be reluctant to speak unless asked a question. Consider for a moment how our culture obsessively emphasizes the finding and expressing of one's own voice. Now, there is, of course, something valuable in this, for unjust oppression should always be opposed. However, in the final analysis, it's not what I say that matters, but rather my capacity to listen to what God says. So, brothers and sisters, be humble, listen. The second Benedictine virtue I want to emphasize is stability. Now, when a monk takes this vow, he's promising literally to stay put, to remain in association with his monastery for the rest of his life. This is a particular and radical expression of the virtue. But I think in a wider sense, it can and should be practiced by all of you graduates. I think we all agree that our culture today is marked by a dramatic instability, born of what St. Benedict called the dictatorship of relativism. If there's only my truth and your truth, but nothing like the truth, if there's only what's good for me, what's good for you, but nothing like what's good in itself, then we drift. We move restlessly from activity to activity, from goal to goal, from lifestyle to lifestyle. We become like the hapless farmer described by Fulton Sheen, planting wheat, then corn, then soybeans, but tearing each crop out of the ground before it comes to fruition. The spiritually stable person knows what she is about, has her life grounded in fundamental and unchanging values: faithfulness to one's spouse, protection of one's children, forgiveness of one's enemies, care for the poor, openness to life, and above all of these, and binding them all together, love, which is willing the good of the other. Properly stable in this spiritual sense, you can wander all over the globe. You can engage in a myriad of activities. You can be as creative as you want to be. But stability is the condition for the possibility. The third Benedictine virtue I'd like to offer for your consideration is work. As everybody knows, the motto of the order is ora et labora, prayer and work. How marvelous, really, that Benedict puts these two activities side by side, implying practically a co-equality, or at least a mutual implication. In his great encyclical Laborem Exercens, St. Pope John Paul II argued that work was part of God's original plan for human beings, for it's an activity that fulfills them and enhances their dignity and engages their powers. We become more human, more ourselves through our work. When I was coming of age, I heard repeated 1,000 times the adage, "It's not what you do that matters, but who you are." Now, there's something right in this, for even if all of our activities come to naught, we're still the beloved children of God. Nevertheless, I've always found that distinction a tad overdrawn. For if John Paul II is right, we cannot so neatly separate who we are from what we do. Sigmund Freud is someone with whom I rarely agree, but the founder of psychoanalysis does something I consider very importantly right. When asked the secret to a psychologically healthy life, Freud responded, Liebe und Arbeit, love and work, implying satisfying relationships and satisfying employment. William F. Buckley, the famous political commentator, once said, "Industry is the enemy of melancholy. meaning that a privileged path out of depression is getting to work. Therefore, my fellow graduates, find something that you love and then do it day in and day out. When you feel like it, when you don't feel like it. It will benefit others. It'll make you happier. It'll give glory to God. Not a bad combination. The fourth and final Benedictine value I want to highlight is prayer. May I share a memory with you? Some 36 years ago, I did my pre-ordination retreat at St. Meinrad Archabbey in far southern Indiana. I arrived at the monastery late at night after a long drive from Chicago. I rose very early the next day to join the monks at prayer. After stumbling a bit through the unfamiliar landscape on a misty morning, I opened the side door of the Abbey church and was struck first by the golden light inside. But then I was just overwhelmed by the chanting of the monks. To that point in my life, I had never heard that kind of singing except on records. Keep in mind that liturgical music at that time was more or less four-chord folk songs played poorly on guitars. So as they sang, these monks of Meinrad, so harmoniously, so prayerfully, so hauntingly, it was as though a door opened in my soul, a door that, thank God, has never shut again. I distinctly remember saying to myself that morning, I just have to deepen my life of prayer. Of course, I've been praying throughout my life, and especially during my years in the seminary, but the chanting of those monks at St. Meinrad just compelled me to bring things to a new level. Now, I'm sure that many of you graduates here, privileged to live in such close proximity to a monastery, have had experiences similar to that. To pray, as John of Damascus said long ago, is to raise the mind and the heart to God. The Trappist spiritual master Thomas Merton characterized prayer as follows: finding that place in you where you are here and now being created by God. It's quite simply the act of speaking to God and listening to Him, conversing with Him as with a friend. My sincere hope is that your years here in the shadow of the Abbey Church have effectively opened up the door of prayer, and that this door never shuts your whole life long. Fellow graduates, you should pray when you're happy. You should pray when you're depressed. You should pray when you've achieved your greatest success. You should pray when an ambition goes unrealized. You should pray when everyone loves you. You should pray when you become unpopular. There's never a wrong time to pray. The cultivation of your relationship with the Lord must be the top priority of your life, period. Trust me when I tell you, it will sustain you through the vicissitudes of life, through the mountains and valleys that I assure you will come, and that on this day you can barely sense. If you remember one thing that this old bishop told you on the day of your graduation, let it be this: pray without ceasing. So, young friends, be humble. That means be willing to listen to the great voice that drowns out the petty voice of your ego. Be stable, which means rebuke the dictatorship of relativism. Work, which means find something you love to do, and then do it with all your heart and for the glory of God. And finally, pray, which means never stop speaking and listening to God your whole life long. Congratulations, everybody, and God bless you.
That was fantastic. I think we all agree we learn something every time we listen to Bishop Barron, so thank you again so much. I know that there were a lot of smiles on faces by parents out there during the work part. Basically, it was get a job, right? I think that's what his message was, all right? So anyway, now I'd like to introduce this year's Fran Jabara Leadership Award recipients. I asked those recipients to stand at their places and be recognized. Their awards will be presented to them with their diplomas. Dr. Fran Jabara established his award in 2002 to help recognize graduating seniors who display exemplary leadership skills. Our first 2022 Fran Jabara Leadership Award goes to Olivia Ortiz. Olivia, stand up. There you are. Olivia is a native of Olathe, Kansas, majoring in political science and philosophy. She's been working in many ways to make the world a better place. On campus, she served as a resident assistant for 3 years, constitutional fellow, a Raven Standard mentor, focused Bible study leader, a SOAR group leader, and a member of the Hunger Coalition. She's also a varsity track athlete and played on the college's club rugby team. In town, she served as the assistant track coach for St. Benedict Catholic Grade School, created a summer program for the Atchison public known as Citizens Academy to inform the community about the functions and purpose of local government. She was a city management intern at the City of Atchison and a case management intern in Hillcrest Hope Ministries. Olivia will attend KU's Masters in Public Administration, rated as the #1 local government program in the country. Please join me in recognizing our first Fran Jabara winner, Olivia Ortiz. And now our second Fran Jabara Leadership Award winner for 2022 is Isaac Rudolph. Isaac, please stand. Rudy. Rudy is a native of Peoria, Illinois, majoring in secondary education, social science, and theology. Fits the Jabara criteria as a quiet leader who has contributed much to the Benedictine and Atchison communities. Served the college as a resident assistant for 3 years, honored with the Father Brendan Rolling Award for selflessness and service to residents' life. In addition, he participated in our first student conference for transforming culture in America. He's a battalion leader for the Raven baseball team, was the team's community service coordinator. In Atchison, he served as a Red Cross blood drive leader, worked with our Sleep in Heavenly Peace organization to provide beds for needy children in the area. After graduation, Isaac plans to teach at his alma mater, Notre Dame High School in Peoria, Illinois, in the fall. Please join me in recognizing Rudy. This year, we instituted a new honor, the Transforming Culture in America Award, recognizing students who are excelling at making a difference in the culture. This is what the award looks like here. I'm pleased to announce a new recipient of the Transforming Culture in America Award, Vincent Schifiano. Vincent, would you please stand? Okay. Vincent is a native of Weddington, North Carolina, graduating with majors in political science and philosophy. Served as a student representative in our Transforming Culture in America Committee, founding student member of our Constitutional Fellows, founder and president of the October Club, a student organization dedicated to transforming culture in America, and was instrumental in organizing the Transforming Culture in America Student Conference. Vincent led the charge to fight a proposed health department requirement to quarantine our student body during that dark time in the fall of 2020. Yeah, thank you, Vincent, for that. He also organized rosaries for a better outcome during that time, as well as for the Supreme Court most recently. In addition, he used some of his scholarship money to fund Value Them Both internships and has been a tireless supporter of pro-life candidates around the country. He even hand-delivered 400 signed petitions to the home of a state senator who was withholding his vote for the Value Them Both amendment to demonstrate our student support for that cause. That senator actually contacted me and said because of the work of the Benedictine College students, and Vincent in particular, he was going to cast the key vote in favor of the amendment. So thank you, Vincent. As part of his zeal for both politics and the pro-life movement, he worked as an intern for the Kansas Catholic Conference, Kansans for Life, the Office Center Roger Marshall, and the Value Them Both Coalition. In August, he will lead a team of Benedictine College students to help pass the Value Them Both Amendment. This fall, Vincent will be pursuing a master's in human rights degree at Catholic University in America in Washington, D.C. Vincent is clearly on the front lines transforming culture in America. I have this award here and will present it to him when he receives his diploma, but please join me in recognizing Vincent Schifiano. Thank you, Vincent. Now I'd like to recognize a group of individuals. Will the following Ravens please stand when I call your name? Colette Cassar, Matthew Connor, Kendall Kopp, Rory Richardson. These students are discerning religious vocations or entering the seminary. We're proud of you and your service to the church. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these incredible people, the next leaders of the church. Nice job. Finally, I'd like to introduce a group of young women who have accomplished something that hasn't happened in 55 years. Would Rihanna England, Aiden McInerney, Brooke Robert, Claire Ryan, and Natalie Wechter please stand? One week ago, these seniors led the women's lacrosse team to the 2022 NAIA National Championship, a tough tournament. They held off the #1 team in the nation in the final game to bring home the banner. We're so proud of them. Their teammates in the first year, head coach Claire Hansen. They are now forever a part of athletic legends here at Benedictine College. Let's hear it from the seniors in the 20. Nice job. Just as a sidelight, I was moved by Bishop Barron's talk about prayer, and I just want to tell you two things about this team. Number one, with 40 seconds left to go, and they had the ball down at their end, we were up by 1, and what does our coach do? She reaches in her pocket and pulls out the rosary, right? It's pretty amazing. Also, we're the only national championship team that after the final game, the first thing they did is go to Mass, and so I'm really proud of them. So congratulations.
Thank you, President Minnis, and congratulations to Olivia, Isaac, and Vincent on your honors, and congratulations and thank you to those discerning religious vocations, and of course, congratulations to our national champion lacrosse players. Now it is time for the whole class to accept their degrees and find their places in the world. Benedictine College is a degree-granting institution of higher education fully accredited by the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Schools and Colleges, the National Association of Schools of Music, the Kansas State Board of Nursing, the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education, the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology, and the American Chemical Society. The degrees about to be conferred upon you are authorized by charter from the state of Kansas. Degrees are granted by the President and Board of Directors upon recommendation by the Dean of the College and the faculty. Will all the graduates please stand? By the authority vested in us, I now confer upon those of you who have met the graduation requirements the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may be seated and prepare to come forward to receive your diplomas. Unless otherwise noted, the graduates are receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in the field or fields announced. And the most disregarded request in the history of commencements, please hold your applause until after all the candidates' names have been read. Christopher James Scavuzzo, Finance and Accounting. William Christopher Hess, Finance and Accounting. Haligso? Yep. Brody Thomas Haligso, Accounting. Joel Adese? Joel Adese, cum laude, Accounting, Political Science. Kwame Perry, Accounting, Finance. Maurer. Joseph Samuel Maurer, cum laude, Accounting, Finance. Brianna Hawkins, summa cum laude, Accounting, International Business. Hammond? Yeah. Hammond. Jennifer Nicole Hammond, Accounting. Elise? Mary Grace Elise Welty, Accounting, cum laude. Wind? Emily Wind, Accounting, Finance, magna cum laude. Paulus? Louisa Paulus, Accounting. Minicky? Julia Claire Minicky, Finance, Accounting. Tierney Genevieve Manning, Accounting, Finance. Right? Cameron Specht, Accounting, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Bishop, Accounting, Finance, cum laude. Mertens? Ellie Marie Mertens, Accounting, Finance, cum laude. Katrina Rose Lyons, Accounting, International Business, summa cum laude. Falco? Christopher Frederick Falco, Accounting, magna cum laude. Hahn? Samuel David Hahn, Accounting, Finance, cum laude. John Brian Edwards, Architecture, cum laude. Hemingway? Madison Wren Hemingway, Architecture, cum laude. Ian Riley, Architecture. Francescan? Michaela Maureen Francescan, Art. Beasy? Miriam Beasy, Art, magna cum laude. Anna Marie Berry, Art. Emily Maria Karstens, Art. Galindo? John Michael Galindo, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Brzezowski. Allison Rose Brzezowski, Biology, cum laude. Skylar Washington, Biology, cum laude. Noski? Christian M. Noski, Biology. Zachary John Zimmer, Biology, Philosophy, magna cum laude. Tarnowski? Sarah Marie Tarnowski, Biology, summa cum laude. Heinzelman? Brianne Lynetta Jo Heinzelman, Biology, Bachelor of Science. Julia Margaret Izzo, Bachelor of Science, Biology, cum laude. Theresa Waltz Wood, Bachelor of Science, Biology, summa cum laude. Rory Catherine Richardson, Biology, Spanish, summa cum laude. Pichardo. Samantha Pichardo, Biology, cum laude. Koniszewski. Hope Marie Koniszewski, Biology, cum laude. Kendall Lee Dolan, Bachelor of Science, Biology, Theology. Marin Durant, Biology, Theology. Giovanni Ferraro? Yes. Giovanni Ferraro, Biology, summa cum laude. Emma Ryan Thomas, Biology, Theology, summa cum laude. Amara Maria Firemilk, Biology, summa cum laude. Grisdale? Graham Thomas Grisdale, Biology, magna cum laude. Peter John Schultz, Biology, summa cum laude. Maria Elizabeth Smith, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Michaela Kirsten Laux, Bachelor of Science in Biology, Bachelor of Arts Spanish. Colin Donovan, Bachelor of Arts in Physics, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, cum laude. Abram Elijah Kasi, Biochemistry. Marlon Moorer, Bachelor of Science, Chemistry. Giselle? Giselle. Joseph Giselle, Bachelor of Science, Chemistry. Naomi Mugley, Bachelor of Science, Chemical Engineering, summa cum laude. Huh? Yes, okay. Joseph Klein, Bachelor of Science, Chemical Engineering. Santucci? Leo Carmichael Santucci, Bachelor of Science, Electrical Engineering, Computer Science, summa cum laude. Piontek? Drew Michael Piontek, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Matthew Douglas Cobes, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering. Jonathan James Torline, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering, cum laude. Carson Gray, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering. Connor Logan O'Connell, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering. Joelle Smilling. Catherine Joelle Schneider, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering, magna cum laude. Brulette. Macy Brulette, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering, cum laude. Ethan Phibbs, Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering. Ty? Thomas Ty, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, cum laude. Schoening? Grant Nicholas Schoening, Bachelor of Arts, Computer Science. Weber? Peter Weber, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts, Mathematics, cum laude. Patak. Benjamin A. Patak, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, cum laude. Liam Patrick Elder, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, cum laude. Mylan Gabriel Sherman, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Menares. Michael A. Menares, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. Rodarte. Vivian Victoria Rodarte, Bachelor of Arts, Criminology. Moret. Jacqueline Moret Gump, Criminology. Aiden Morrissey, Criminology. John A. Dana, Criminology. Folkers. Haley Michelle Folkers, Criminology, cum laude. Brooke Ann Berenger, Criminology, cum laude. Joseph Theodore Satterley, Criminology, cum laude. Okay, Riley, say your whole name to me. Riley Kekoa Aku, Criminology, cum laude. Sean Michael Tinner, Criminology. Barrera. Brian Saul Barrera, Criminology. Garrett Kettle, Criminology, cum laude. Say it again. Tenka Tai Stringer, Criminology. I've been saying it wrong all this time. Say it to me. Talia Michelle Rawls, Criminology. Sophia Marie Fisher, Criminology, Economics, cum laude. Hope Barbara Geeson, Music, Economics, summa cum laude. Alexander Joseph Gorman, Economics, Philosophy, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Gerard Vogel, Philosophy, Economics. Bowling. Olivia Bowling, Elementary Education, cum laude. Rihanna Maureen England, Special Education, Elementary Education, cum laude. Patricia Montroy Judd, Elementary Education, cum laude. Kendall Grace Koff, Elementary Education, cum laude. Michelle M. Polchinski, Elementary Education, cum laude. Zarbanicki, right? Claire Marie Zarbanicki, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Megan Kane. Megan M. Kane, Elementary Education. Risa? Isabel Grace Risa, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Andriozzi. Elizabeth Marion Andriozzi, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Rebecca Kaufman, Special Education, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Haley Nicole Randall, Elementary Education. Reagan Aaron Stanley, Elementary Education, cum laude. Olivia Marie Dolan, Elementary Education, Psychology, cum laude. Hahn, right? Audrey Catherine Hahn, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Elaine Meredith Sloan, Special Education, Elementary Education, cum laude. Claire Donlin Boker, Special Education, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Catherine Jo Sullivan, Elementary Education. Catherine Grace Black, Elementary Education, Special Education, magna cum laude. Demos? Emily Michelle Demos, Elementary Education, cum laude. Catherine Longstaff, English, Theology, cum laude. Jeffrey Peterson, English. Jacob Taylor, English, Secondary Education, Theology, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Wolfgang, English, Secondary Education, summa cum laude. McKenna Irene Foley, English, summa cum laude. Anna Claire Hemmen, English, Philosophy. Madeline Marie Banowitz, Evangelization and Catechesis. Dorothy Hoops Rombach, Evangelization and Catechesis. Megan Rose Wheeler, Exercise Science. Howard? Yep. Kenneth D. Howard, Strength and Conditioning, Exercise Science. McIntosh? Catherine Elizabeth McIntosh, Exercise Science, General Health Care. Isabel Therese Barrios, Exercise Science, General Health Care. Megan Elizabeth Douglas, Exercise Science, General Health Care. Lara? Gabrielle Lara, Exercise Science, General Health Care. Deborah, okay. Michael J. Deber, Strength and Conditioning. Rojas Jr., right? Samuel Matthew Rojas Jr., Secondary Education, Exercise Science. Garrett William Minucci, Exercise Science. Hauser. Veronica Hauser, Exercise Science. Georgine Marie Irving, Exercise Science. Vanderwoody? Yeah. Anne Elise Vanderwoody, Exercise Science. Schuberg? Hannah Renee Schuberg, Exercise Science. Bugas? Jacob Bugas, Strength and Conditioning. Okay, and Winger, right? Alexander Jose Winger, Exercise Science, General Health Care. Davion Lamar Drayton, Exercise Science. Tyson Kathy, Exercise Science. Niceer Scott, Exercise Science, Strength and Conditioning. Kenley Dawn Nelson, Exercise Science. General Health Care. Alexis Elaine Allred, Exercise Science, General Health Care. Avila. Chase Jose Kenneth Avila, Exercise Science, Strength and Conditioning. Leday. Jacob Leday, Exercise Science, cum laude. Okay. Megan Homily, Exercise Science. Say your name. Okay. Ana San Juan Clavallero, Secondary Education, Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Ignacio? Gabriel Ignacio Lewis, Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Girma? Girma Casa, Exercise Science. Lene Salinas? Lene Salinas, Exercise Science, cum laude. Sater? Cecilia Elizabeth Sater, Finance. Catherine Cook, Finance, cum laude. Sienna? Sienna Schmitz, Finance. Kai? Thomas Richard Kai, Finance. Nowak? Brendan Nowak, Finance. Simhauser? Ty Simhauser, Finance. Poncelet? Christopher Riley Adam Poncelet, Finance, cum laude. Jacob Edward Harrington, Finance, summa cum laude. Mark Joseph Chasick, summa cum laude. Paul Andrew Kraus, Finance. Tate Garcia, Finance. Grayson Oliver Howell, Finance. Favazza. Daniel Favazza, Finance, cum laude. Theodore Fritz Ross, Jr., Finance. Pinto, right. Rodrigo First Pinto, International Business, Finance. McGinnis. Mason Donald McGinnis, Finance. Madison Garner, Finance. Lule? Riley Lule, Finance, Economics. Jackson Charles Dewey, Finance. How do you say your last name? Bonvisudo? Okay. Anthony Stephen Bonvisudo, Finance. Okay. Sean Ryan Molyneux, Finance. Gutch? Gook. Okay. Brady Gook, Finance. Connor Buckley, Finance. Colleen? Murphy Colleen O'Malley, Finance, cum laude. Temmie? Okay. Jaden Thomas Temmie, Finance. Jake Thompson, Finance. Weber? Theodore Joseph Weber, Finance. Conrad Criddle, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Peter Joseph Madrid, Graphic Design. Monica McGovern, Graphic Design, cum laude. Benjamin Husto Walden, Marketing, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Mattingly, right? Juliet Nicole Mattingly, Graphic Design. Anna Kincaid McCorkle, Graphic Design. Aubrey Ann Galley, Journalism, Mass Communication, Theology, Graphic Design, summa cum laude. Isabella Suzanne Gumko, Graphic Design, cum laude. Euland. Charlotte Maureen Euland, History, cum laude. Jared Drury, History.
Yeah, Jared!
Elijah Francis Severson, History. Yeah. Giulio Patriarchi, History. Rositi. Mary Grace Rositi, History. Megan Brianna Quirk, History, Theology. Tatum Noel Holland, History, Journalism, Mass Communication, summa cum laude. Abigail Hollingsworth, History. Kearney. Bernard James Kearney, History. Charles Springer, History. Brooke Christine Robert, International Business Management, cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Ryan, International Business Management. Madeline Danielle Bates, International Business Marketing. Journey Bernadette Grace Reynolds. Journey Bernadette Grace Reynolds, Management, International Business, cum laude. Jake Wilson, International Business Marketing, cum laude. Danielle. Christopher Danielle Jackson, Journalism and Mass Communication. Aaron Thomas Lewis, Journalism, Mass Communication. Personality. Stephen Joseph Personality, Journalism and Mass Communication. Rachel Marie Gorham, Journalism and Mass Communication. Elizabeth Faye Berg, Journalism, Mass Communication, cum laude. Riley John Funk, Journalism and Mass Communication. Russum? William Michael Russum, Journalism and Mass Communication. Reese Joseph Holder, Journalism and Mass Communication. Austin Carter Canatella, Journalism and Mass Communication. Allison Elizabeth Wood, Theology, Journalism and Mass Communication, cum laude. Angelica Grace Nelson, Journalism and Mass Communication, magna cum laude. Sarah Therese Temple, Journalism and Mass Communication, cum laude. McKenna Marie Elder, Journalism and Mass Communication. Jason Joseph Nick, Journalism and Mass Communication. Linus Wood, Liberal Studies. Elizabeth Margaret Putbreeze, Liberal Studies. Keon? Robert Michael Keon, Mathematics. Schupman, okay, gotcha. Doug Schupman, Management. Duncan Reeves Loud, Management. Hugh William Beck IV, Management Marketing. Say that again? Okay. Garrett Ryan Pinvidick, Marketing Management. Heinrich, right? Matthew James Heinrich, Management. Schneider, Hunter Jack Snyder. Hunter Jax Schneider, Management Marketing. Daisy Lynn Norris, Management Finance. Stromberg. Theresa Stromberg, Management, cum laude. Jackson Scott Bowe, Management Marketing. Anthony Hayda, Management. Hector Flores, Management. Sowers, okay. Matthew Michael Sowers, Management Marketing. Mary Margaret Mulvaney, Management. Keaton Carney, Marketing. Piontek, right? Matthew Michael Piontek, Management, cum laude. Monica Lynn Moser, Marketing, summa cum laude. Gavin Samuel Spangler, Management. Jordan Brandon Malcolm, Management. Zachary Gill, Management. Krenzer. William Vernon Krenzer, Marketing. Spencer Witt, Marketing Management. Friedrich. Travis Michael Friedrich, Marketing. Passanisi. Nicholas Joseph Passanisi, Marketing Management, cum laude. Olivia Ann Berry, Marketing. Reese Amanda Carlson, Marketing, summa cum laude. Aiden Christine McInerney, Marketing. Pareto, right? Andy Pareto, Marketing. Brandon James Van Beesler, Marketing. Katerina Voivodich, Marketing. Anne Marie Dillenberg, Marketing, cum laude. Mary Stein, Psychology, magna cum laude. Clayton Keith Stewart, Mathematics, Secondary Education, summa cum laude. Mariana Rose Rice, Mathematics, Secondary Education, summa cum laude. Colleen Shuck, Computer Science, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Theresa Marie Fisher, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Harsh Anchan, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. George Leo Essler, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. George Wilds Rempe, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Jacob Deschler, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Samuel D. Fabosi, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Connor Leland Mueller, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, magna cum laude. John Moran, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. Jackson Doherty, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Michael Francis Roach, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Tyson Albright, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, magna cum laude. Samuel McElroy, Bachelor of Arts, Mechanical Engineering. Elizabeth Ann Zock, Mechanical Engineering. Ahrensburg. Anna Rose Ahrensburg, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. Anna Claire Doyle, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. John Paul Yohum, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. Jack Bradley Burke, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering. Elizabeth Chantel Kopaz, Music. Anne Louise Goodwin, Music, summa cum laude. Hannah Catherine Knotz, Music, Theology. Andrew Zur, Music. Madeline Sophie Danner, Bachelor of Music Education, Music Education. David Benjamin Lopez Sanders, Bachelor of Music Education, summa cum laude. Daniel James Trainer, Bachelor of Music Education, summa cum laude. Catherine Pettijohn, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Ashley Renee Wurttenberger, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Endress. Elizabeth Ann Endress, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Sarah Jane Diskevich, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Angela Marie Timmons, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Natalie Elizabeth Wechter, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Jared Lee Mullen, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Curtis Wesley, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Daniel Patrick Hare, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Gracie Louise Eckert, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Luke John Gallhofer, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Rachel Christine Boucher, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Sabin? Grace Poi Sabin, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Teresa Marie Peretta, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. MJ Teresa Lewis, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. And it's Elise, right? Elise Federici, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude. Massey. Megan Kathleen Massey, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Zachman. Rose Marie Zachman, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Melissa Salvador, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Susanna Marie Bernadette McMahon, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Howley, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Claire Truss, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude. Ann Dutton, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Caitlin Orr, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Anna Elizabeth O'Leary, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Holly Rachel Hicks, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Brittany Jane Walker, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Stedwell. And Francesca, right? Francesca Rose Stedwell, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Chloe Grace Charles, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude. Heinen? Montana Heinen, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude. Matthew Jacob Connor, Philosophy, summa cum laude. Serta. Carlos Enrique Serta, Evangelization and Catechesis, Theology, Philosophy. Elizabeth Ann Morris, Theology, Philosophy. Thomas Elliott Horner, Philosophy, Theology, magna cum laude. Thomas Anthony Wilkin, Theology, Philosophy, summa cum laude. Joseph Wickelman, Bachelor of Science, Mechanical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Physics, Engineering Physics. Cassie Therese Budelschies, Bachelor of Science in Physics and Astronomy. Nicholas Carlin Daly, Physics, summa cum laude. Luke Wadley, Physics, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, magna cum laude. Lucas Carl Hoffman, Bachelor of Science, Physics. Gabriel. Paul Gabriel Wolpert, Physics, cum laude. Olivia Cristiana Ortiz, Political Science, Philosophy. Stephen Robertson, Political Science, Criminology, cum laude. Maura Elizabeth Bueller, Political Science, History. Lara Maria Salgado, right? Lara Maria Salgado, Journalism, Mass Communication, Political Science, cum laude. Jessica Carmela Carney, Political Science. Megan Christine Smith, Political Science. Jacob Alexander Lassard, Political Science. Tegan Elliott Trammell, Political Science, summa cum laude. Congratulations, Vincent. Vincent Schifiano, Political Science. Ian Benedict, Economics, Political Science, cum laude. Grace Denson, Psychology, Theology. Emma Marie Lager, Psychology. Goebel? Rayleigh Isabel Goebel, Psychology. Luxem? Juliana Luxem, Psychology. Okay. Abigail Cecilia Lease, Psychology, cum laude. Nagel, right? Gianna Faith Nagel, Psychology. Caitlin Ann Lamb, Psychology. Denbraber, right? Claire Marie Denbraber, Psychology, magna cum laude. Taylor Dawn Middleton, Psychology, summa cum laude. Kester? Nicholas Ryan Kester, Psychology. Voicey? Lucy May Voicey, Psychology. Heft. Sophia Heft, Psychology, Spanish, magna cum laude. Fuentes Brañas? Ignacio Fuentes Brañas, Psychology, Finance. Marcus Andrew Hallberg. Marcus Andrew Hallberg, Psychology. Grace Alexandra Johnson, Psychology. Mary Heinzer, Psychology, magna cum laude. Lingor? Anna Kathleen Lingor, English, Psychology, magna cum laude. Haley Megan Dickerson, Psychology. Luby? Megan Nicole Luby, Psychology. Jordan Richard Derry, Psychology, Philosophy, summa cum laude. Thomas Aquinas Jude, Psychology, magna cum laude. Alex Merrifield, Social Science, Secondary Education, History, cum laude. Austin James Myrna, Social Science, Secondary Education. Isaac Anthony Vincent Rudolph, Social Science, Secondary Education, Theology, cum laude. Phipps. Nathan T. Phipps, Social Science, Secondary Education. Thomas Hill, Secondary Education, Social Science. Anna Grace Stevenson, Social Science. Hagen Gerald Hess, Social Science. Ronnebaum? Heather Marie Ronnebaum, Sociology. Deontay Woodson, Sociology. Remy Catherine Jacobs, Spanish. Ayala? Irving Ayala, Spanish. Selena Rose Hinkle, Criminology, Spanish, Theater Arts, summa cum laude. Brenna Leanne Duncan, Spanish, Secondary Education, summa cum laude. Ryan Joseph Jarris, Spanish, Secondary Education, Theology, magna cum laude. Daniel Joseph Statzer, Spanish, Theology, summa cum laude. Teresa Balderrama, Special Education, Elementary Education, cum laude. Stella May Corrigan, Special Education, Elementary Education. Samantha Ashley Schoenfeld, Elementary Education, Special Education. Charles Joseph Semenko, Elementary Education, Special Education. What? Caroline. Okay. Caroline Elizabeth Christie, Theater Arts, cum laude. Catherine Lucille Berry, English, Secondary Education, Theater Arts. Sarah Kappa, Theology. Anthony Gerard Wall, Theology, Evangelization, and Catechesis. Patrick Thomas Hall, Theology. Mary Rose Fugger, Evangelization and Catechesis, cum laude. Ella Rose Kazuki, Theology, Evangelization, and Catechesis. Michael David Schoenfeld, Theology. Trez. Elena Trez Coulter, theology, cum laude. Olivia Rose DiMaggio, theology, computer science, cum laude. Claire Olivia Wurtle, theology. Diana Rose Lush, theology, music, magna cum laude. Cecilia Ann Parker, theology. Tessa Elizabeth Pochask, theology, magna cum laude. Jessica Elizabeth Lincoln, theology, summa cum laude. Mary Hemon, theology, magna cum laude. Colette Rose Therese Kasser, theology, evangelization, and catechesis, cum laude. Carmela Madeline Rose Falacci, theology, mathematics, cum laude. Anna Michelle Hartman, English, theology, cum laude. Anne Claire O'Brien, theology, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Warner, theology, evangelization, and catechesis. Moberg and Kalani. Kalani Rhonda Moberg, psychology, theology, cum laude. Gabrielle Charlotte Gurley. Gabrielle Charlotte Gurley, theology, summa cum laude. Sindelar? Elizabeth Marie Sindelar, theology. Beauchamp? Mary Catherine Beauchamp, theology, summa cum laude. Eisenbacher, right? Mary Elizabeth Eisenbacher, theology, cum laude. Aubrey Morris, theology. Samantha Joy Lehman, theology. Tyler Thomas Revach, theology, evangelization, and catechesis, magna cum laude. Emma Marie Wilhelm, theology, evangelization, and catechesis. Nicholas John Whiteside, evangelization and catechesis, theology, cum laude. Seth Michael Conrad, theology, evangelization, and catechesis. Volmert, right? Chad Michael Volmert, theology, theology, cum laude. Sophia Riley de Benedetti, theology, magna cum laude. Sam. Claudia Sam, theology, evangelization, and catechesis, summa cum laude. Oliver Peter Severance, theology. Arturo Pio Hernandez, theology, Spanish. Lager? Michael Lager, theology. Okay. Tristan Cruz, MBA. Now let's give all of our graduates a round of applause. one more paragraph. Now, on behalf of the faculty, administration, and board of directors of Benedictine College, I welcome you all to the ranks of our graduates. To signify your new status, you may move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard.
Before this next section, I forgot to mention we have another board member here, and I remembered him when Murphy O'Malley came across. Kevin O'Malley is here, one of our board members, the father of Murphy O'Malley. So thank you, Kevin, for being here. Yeah. I'd like to take a moment to recognize those who are leading the fight for freedom around the world. This great country of ours is an inspiration to other nations as we continue to affirm the ideals of our founding fathers, ideals that made us the greatest nation on earth, the United States of America. Benedictine College values these ideals, and we choose to stand by them as evidenced by our new Center for Constitutional Liberty and our strategic vision to transform culture in America. Consideration of those founding ideals, we especially appreciate those who have risked everything to defend them. We'd now like to salute the men and women of our armed forces who through the years have sacrificed for our country and preserved our ideals of liberty and justice for all. If you have served in the military in any way, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. We'd also recognize those who are not only completing their degrees at Benedictine College, but also completing their training in the ROTC program. Joining me on stage are Army cadets Reese Holder, Georgine Irving, Megan Massey, Joseph Satterley. On stage for Air Force cadets, Sarah Tarnowski, Peter Weber. The Army ROTC cadets will be commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army this afternoon in a special ceremony in Kansas City at the National World War I Museum. Those who are the Air Force cadets will begin their active duty military careers as Air Force pilots. Following graduation, they'll be commissioned on Monday as second lieutenants. Will begin flying training right away. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the next members of the front line of defense.
Before we end this beautiful ceremony, I want to thank the maintenance and housekeeping staff who worked so hard to prepare this, the Office of the Registrar, the concert band conducted by Tim Theraldson, St. Benedict's Abbey, Mount St. Scholastica Monastery, and the many, many others who have contributed to this important occasion. It's now my pleasure to introduce Annie Goodwin, a vocal music major and one of our graduating seniors. She will perform O Lord of Every Blessing, the Benedictine College alma mater. She will sing the first verse as a solo, and then we can all join in for the remaining verses. The words are found printed in the back of your program. Annie? After the alma mater, Abbot James of Albers of St. Benedict's Abbey will confer the benediction. So please stand for the singing of the alma mater and remain standing for the benediction.
We praise you for the Gentlemen, if you'd please remove your mortarboards. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Merciful Father, we give you honor and praise for the many gifts you have bestowed upon us. We offer our gratitude for these men and women who take up your call to be the light of Christ in the world. Bless them as they raise this torch. Grant them the courage to feed the hungry and give drink to the thirsty. Grant them the compassion to see Christ in the stranger and the destitute. Grant them hope in your mercy to share that mercy with those in prison. Bless them in your dignity in which you created them, and guide them to inherit the kingdom you prepared for them from the foundation of the world. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Our Lady of Divine Providence, Saint Benedict, Saint Scholastica, the Lord be with you. And may Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Go Ravens.
This is the conclusion of our commencement ceremony. Audience members, would you please remain in your places during the recessional, and then you may exit the gymnasium through any of the doors. My best wishes for a safe journey home to everyone, and to our graduates, every success and happiness in your future, and may you live your lives in a way that in all things God may be glorified. Thank you.